Hi, Barry Foster here.
And I'm Gary Foster.
And welcome back to Antipodean Journey. This is episode number 11, and today we have a Platinum League match away to Northbridge. But before we get to Northbridge, this is what's been happening with the matches since our last video. We played Engadine Eagles in the Waratah Cup third round, and that was a pretty hard 1-0 victory in the end, with Hayhurst scoring in the 74th minute. Then we had a league game against Rydalmere Lions, a good 2-1 victory. Another hard-fought match, Sapsford scoring a brace, which was very good to see. Then we had an away game against the Bonnyrigg White Eagles, and that was another very good 3-1 victory. Sapsford, Amico and Hayhurst all getting on the scoring act. And then we had a home game against the Southern District Raiders, a similar scoreline, 3-1, with Cindric and Sapsford all scoring, and Ward from the penalty spot. And in our last match, a Waratah Cup fourth round match against the Mounties Wanderers, that was a 1-0 victory, with Jeffrey scoring a very early goal in the 9th minute. So let's take a very quick look at the current league table. And it has us sitting in 5th position on 11 points, but a game in hand over the Macarthur Rams in 4th position. What do you reckon, Gary?
Well, it's good to see the boys hit a little bit of form. They've got some wins on the board, but early days in the comp.
Very, very early, and as we can see, the Mount Druitt Rangers and Manly United both doing very well in the league. The Rangers yet to lose a game.
It's going to be hard, but Manly United, I think, were our nemesis last year. They won it, I think, last year, didn't they?
They did. They came top of the pile. But anyway, that's the news to date. So let's go and play Northbridge FC at the Fairfield Showgrounds.
Yes. Okay, so the team for today is Signorella in goal. We've got Hatch, Bandor, Kankar and Ward as our defensive unit. Stanek, Floody, Munro and Kriljar in midfield. Cindric and Ireland are our wide attacking players. And Sapsford has been a striker for us in pretty good form. On the bench, we've got Brown, Jurek, Todorowski, France, Ali, Nash and Jeffrey, and we'll be calling on our bench sometime during the game.
Okay, well, let's go and chat to the boys.
Okay, well, I think we can go with Sasha's recommendation. We've been on a good run lately, so go out and impress us.
All right, fingers crossed that Sasha's given us a good recommendation.
Yeah, assistants aren't known for their solid advice, but anyway, we'll see how we go.
No, often in my experience, it's crap.
Okay, Northbridge are playing in an orange. Is that orange or red? Red.
Yeah, a bit. I think it's more red, really.
Yeah.
Oh, good tackle there on Sapsford, I must admit. Thought he might have gone down in the box early looking for a pen.
Yeah, sniper in the crowd, but there's no crowd.
But anyway, this is Ward taking the throw.
Hatch, I think, is getting himself forward. Kriljar as well.
I don't know what Hatch is doing there. He's the left fullback.
Well, he took the throw-in, didn't he? Or was that Ward?
That was Ward. So I'm not quite sure what Hatch was doing down there. But anyway, we might take a look at that at half time.
Okay. Might have seen someone in the crowd he liked.
Yes, he was wandering well away from his position. But anyway, Cindric, good ball through to Ireland.
Oh, shanked it.
Oh, yes, he pulled that. He probably should have hit the target.
A solid start, though. Solid start to the game. I mean, we've come out all guns blazing.
Yeah, well, that has been an opening good 5-6 minutes for us. But breezy and wet and only 13 degrees in Fairfield.
Yeah, I'm not really quite sure why Northbridge are actually playing at Fairfield, but
no, they're opposite ends of the city almost.
Pretty much.
Anyway, we're waiting for another highlight. It's a bit of an arm wrestle out there at the moment, I think.
Northbridge playing with an interesting formation with 2 defensive midfielders and 3 attacking midfielders, so no one in the middle.
No, you occasionally see that sort of formation, but call that a bit of encouragement to the boys. But it's still an arm wrestle.
Yeah, well, they've only had one shot in anger. Northbridge, we've been able to keep them pretty much at bay, but the lack of highlights would tend to suggest that it's all being played in the middle.
Well, here's a free kick by Munro, who's already on a yellow, and that's Sapsford with another good opportunity.
Raise the crossbar.
He probably should have done better there, but anyway, at least he's getting into positions.
Yeah, he's been quite a good purchase for us during the protracted off-season that we had.
Well, actually, he's a loan player from Sydney FC.
Yeah.
They've come to the party with two other players.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, that's Bandor.
Up from the back.
Showing us what the strikers should be doing.
That's right.
So he got himself into a very good forward position, and his finishing was excellent.
Well, we have pushed him up for corners as well, although it's for his heading capability rather than his trusty left foot.
Okay, well, 1-0 with about maybe 12 minutes to go in the half. Ward with another throw-in. Krilja. Good to see that Hatch is nowhere near that part of the field.
Yes.
Standing flatty. Well, Cindric, he should have done better there.
I think it was a pass back, wasn't it?
Well, he should have really hit that with some force.
But anyway, it sees us sneak up to third position if we can maintain our goal advantage.
Well, so far so good. Everybody's playing pretty well, and we're close to the half-time whistle. So I'll be quite happy to go in 1-0 ahead.
Yeah, so for an extended highlight game, though, I mean, there's not much highlights.
No, well, there you go. It's half-time. Nearly just over 460 fans there. Yeah. I think we certainly have had the better of the opening 45 minutes. Let's go and chat to the boys.
Well, I think Sasha's on the money again there. If we can be assertive, I mean, things are going well. We're 1-0 to the good, but the boys are capable of even better. So let's go with Sasha's recommendation.
Okay, well, he's earning his money today, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a good lad.
As long as we win this game, he'll be a good lad.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway, Northbridge gets us underway in the second half. They certainly didn't provide us with many highlights in the first.
No, we're still 1-0 to the good, so obviously a second goal. It's just we need to tap Mr. Sapford on the shoulder and say, get us a couple of goals.
Well, that's Bandor with a good header, but it's end of our highlight.
Yeah, short-lived, but XG would show that we are dominating the game pretty well. The match stats probably a little bit tighter than what I'd thought.
Yeah, I noticed in the first half, Northbridge actually had something like 54% possession, which surprised me, since they weren't getting the highlights.
Well, they weren't doing much with it, whatever possession they had.
Anyway, better not talk too soon, but this is Sapsford, who can maybe release Cindric. No, he won't, but he's got it now.
With Sapsford moving forward. So, got a bit of space. Ooh.
Nice ball looking for Ireland, and it's found him. Can he get his cross in? This is
go.
Sapsford. Oh, he's missed it. Another header.
Gee,
once again, he probably should have put it at least on target.
I thought it was a really hard ball out to Ireland, but he got the cross in at least anyway.
Yeah, I must admit the crossing in 22, I think, is very, very good. And here's another one, deep.
Cindric, deep.
Hits the crossbar.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, we're knocking on their door. We just got to somehow kick it in.
Knocking it down, we're bashing the buggery out of it.
Yeah, 11 shots to 3. So, and the Woodworkers come to their rescue twice.
And Manly are behind in their game against Hills Brumbies. So, pace setters are in trouble.
Okay, free kick, Munro.
Where's Bandor?
The keeper came out and took control there. But
that's a big kick upfield.
Indeed it is. And here comes our new left fullback, who doesn't mind being a winger if he gets the opportunity, and he's not bad at crossing.
And there we go.
Sapsford. Once again, his rudder is broken today.
Oh, Jesus.
He's rating well, but he's just not getting them on target. So he's doing everything right. He's getting into positions, which is encouraging. But I think we'll call out a shout shortly. We'll just see what happens here. What's happened here? Is this a free kick or no? Play on. Play on.
Kankar's doing a moonwalk back to get the ball.
Anyway, he'll give it out to Ward, who can recommence maybe an attack. Now, Ireland should make a run for him.
Bend in, skin him. Get a bit of space.
Just got to get another good cross in.
There we go.
Sapsford. Oh, he's done it this time. Maybe fourth or fifth time lucky.
Yes.
But
Well done.
He's finally got his reward for his persistence. So that's, I think, a well-deserved second goal.
Well, I don't think you can blame him for having a go. I mean, he was in position, or in those positions, and he's been able to finally put it over the line.
A good header, since he had two men on him. So he did well there. Okay, well, we're over 60 minutes. Maybe we should start to think about a substitution or two coming up.
Yeah.
Although everybody's doing their job pretty well, and
Yeah, Kruljar's our lowest rating performer at 6.6, and everyone seems to be going okay.
we've got a bit of a makeshift bench today because quite a few players are tired from the last match. But this is Cindric with another very deep cross, and Ward can bring it back.
Now Ireland again in a bit of space. No, he decides to come in field.
So Sapsford, no, son.
I'd like to see his attempts that he's had. Like, at least he's getting them on his head, at least.
Well, he's getting into position to have a go, but his finishing has been a little bit poor today. But he's got his goal.
I was going to say, should we look maybe now at some subs and maybe take Munro off just to get rid of the yellow card?
Yeah, that might be a good idea. And Munro, he doesn't cope well with 2 games in a week. But we'll see what happens from this highlight. Since they've lost it. Okay, Stanek Floody, good tackle. And he's been a fairly good player in midfield for us.
Ooh.
Cindric looking for Ireland, and he might be in here. He is. He did everything right until the very end.
By in, you mean in the stadium somewhere?
Yeah, okay, well, there's the bench. Only 2 are composed, the rest are very complacent. Okay, Munro, I reckon bring on Mr. Alley.
Yeah.
Give him a run.
Yeah, been much maligned.
He has indeed.
He's been on our naughty list. But
do you want to give... What about Jurisic? Maybe bring him on in centre of defence?
Who would you bring him on for?
Maybe Kankar.
Yeah?
Kankar, who did go AWOL from training after the first match of the season.
Yes, naughty lad.
He was a little bit pissed off with us over the goalkeeping position.
Yeah.
Munro was also annoyed about the same issue, which I thought was a little bit silly because we did strengthen that with Signorello.
Well, he is a loanee, albeit, but certainly a much better option than what we had last year.
Oh, I think so, yes. I think he certainly is a better keeper. But anyway, hopefully both Kankar and Munro are no longer worrying about that issue. Anyway, this is young Ali, who gives it to Kankar. Sorry, Kruljar.
Ireland, he passes it back to his mate.
The keeper from the opposite side.
Yes. Well, it really wasn't a shot, was it?
No, it was a bit of a weak one. But anyway, look, I think I'll call out some praise to the boys because I think they've really dominated this game. 19 shots to 6.
But Northbridge have committed 21 fouls to 7. Gosh, dirty bastards.
Yeah, well, they haven't really threatened our goal at all in this match.
Oh, that was a poor header.
But I probably shouldn't talk too soon.
Yes.
Because they do have possession at the moment. So what can Anthony do out here on the right for Northbridge? Not a bad run, decent cross, header straight to our keeper.
At least he's earned his money. Signorella.
Well, he hasn't had much to do today at
No,
all to earn his money. But,
he caught the ball, he changed ends, but here we go.
okay, Stanek Floody.
Oh,
Good.
Sapsford.
Oh,
What?
I thought he was going to put that in the back of the net.
How did that not go in?
He just hammered it right across the face of the goal.
Bloody hell.
Anyway, 3 minutes of added time. I think we've got
Okay.
another 3 points in the bag.
Yeah, I'm almost confident enough to declare the game. Almost.
We could make one final substitution, maybe, just to bring somebody else off the bench. But we'll just see what happens with this highlight. Interesting ball. I thought he might have been. Gee, that stung his paws.
Yes.
But he made a good save there.
Well, he was switched on to the bitter end, so good save.
It was a pretty fierce sort of a strike, and we're going to finally clear it, but only as far as Ismik pumps it back in. Now it's out for a throw in. I think we'll make that final substitution if we can. Why don't we just bring on? We'll bring on Jeffrey up front.
Yeah.
Give him a couple of minutes of game time. I think Sapsford has done well.
He's done well.
Another goal.
He's not afraid to get into position to take the shots anyway, so you can't bag him for that.
Anyway, good interception here by Stanek Floody. Can he set up a final attack? Now, this is young Ali, who can score himself. Now, Cendric, not the best cross in the world.
Committed a few players forward there, so we don't want to get caught out.
And that was Jurisic with a good header.
Yeah.
So there must only be seconds left in the match.
Well, they usually allow an extra 30 seconds for that substitution, so there we go.
Okay, 2-0 away to Northbridge FC. I'm quite happy with that scoreline.
Yeah, they shots and XG and everything would seem to suggest that we dominated the game, and 90% possession, pass completion, I think is pretty good.
It is indeed, so let's go and chat to the boys.
Well, I don't think we can go with Sasha's recommendation this time, otherwise he'll get a big head and want a pay rise. So I think the one underneath, I think we're happy with the result.
Okay, well, let's go and find out how the rest of the league fared. Okay, well, as you can see, after 7 games, we've moved back into 4th position on 14 points. But some interesting results from that round of matches.
Yeah, Manly United falling 3-1 pretty comprehensively to the Brumbies. Mount Druitt, they've despite dropping points, they remain on top of the tree. And Bankstown City, they had a good away win over Southern Districts. So, yeah, all to play for.
Absolutely, and St George City and the Mounties Wanderers both sitting on 5 points in the relegation zone. So let's go and see who we're going to be playing next. Okay, we'll, as you can see, in 2 days' time, we played St George FC in the Waratah Cup 5th round. But looking at our schedule, what we think we're going to do, we'll probably come back for the Mounties Wanderers game. That's going to be an away game, although that schedule could change depending on our result in the 5th round of the Cup.
Yeah, I think we just might be a little bit flexible there. Wanderers bottom of the table, might be some better options, but we'll figure that out in a few days' time.
Absolutely. So that's the video for today. A very good 2-0 away win against Northbridge FC. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have, please give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to leave a comment, please do. Until next time, I'm Barry Foster saying it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from him.